The first exercise in this spine routine is the lumbar mobility. To set up for this exercise, we're going to get down on our elbows, hold the top of your head, elbows under shoulders, and look towards your toes, knees under hips. From there, focus on your lower back, tilting your hips to flex your lower back, and then do the opposite, extend. Focus on moving just the lower back throughout the movement. This might feel a bit shaky, that's fine. Just try to be smooth between extension, which we are in now, and flexion. With practice, you're bound to make progress. On the 5th rep, we're going to hold for 10 seconds. You will use your ab muscles to hold in this flex position and then return to extension. The second exercise on the spine routine is kneeling thoracic flexion and extension. So place your hands approximately before your knees, sit back on your toes if you can, and in this case, pull your chest towards the floor, shoulders towards your pockets, back pockets that is, and then the opposite. So in this position, this is extension. Focus on your upper back being contracted, then push the ground away, shoulder blades apart, and again, chest out towards the floor, the opposite, flex. Breathe throughout, try not to hold your breath. And do focus on your upper back musculature in this position, chest coming out and holding on the 5th rep for approximately 10 seconds whilst breathing, and we're really trying to work that musculature that is responsible for thoracic spine extension. The third exercise on this spine routine is spinal control mobility. Now there's a full tutorial just on this exercise, so do check that out. But a reminder, if you've already watched it, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Aim to move our spine in a circular motion. Now this is difficult. Very few people are very good at this straight away, but if you put in the time and practice, you're bound to get better. So we're pushing the shoulders away, tucking the tail in at this stage, and then the opposite. It's almost like we're aiming to move our spine like a skipping rope. But again, there is a full detailed tutorial which I would urge you to watch and just practice this. It's a brilliant exercise for spine mobility, so put in some time and you will get better and you will improve how your spine functions. Another thing is to breathe throughout. Initially, when we're concentrating so much, we can hold our breath, so be conscious of that. For the next drill, elevated lumbar peels, you need something to elevate your heels on. It can be higher than this. You could use a couch, for example. We're going to focus on moving from the spine, so flatten your lower back into the ground, peel your tailbone off first, aim to lift one vertebrae at a time, and then put one vertebrae at a time back on the floor. In this instance now, I'm arching my back so there's a gap in my lower back. So initiate the movement from the spine. Peel those vertebrae one at a time off the floor and paint them back down, one at a time. You will use your ab musculature, glutes and even hamstrings. That's absolutely fine. But I want you to really focus deep down into your spine. That's where we want to think of initiating the movement from. If we're really focusing on the joints we are moving, we will make progress faster than if we weren't concentrating. So pay attention to that. A lot of lower back issues are simply because our lower backs are in poor condition. So doing this exercise regularly will really improve the condition of our vertebrae, ligaments, muscles in that area. The final exercise of this routine is quite tricky. It's thoracic rotation. So grab yourself a book or a yoga block, assume a lunge position, tuck the pelvis as I've just shown, and we're aiming to just rotate from our thoracic vertebrae. So watch the head. A lot of times we can kind of look with our neck, but I'm looking almost straight in the middle of this yoga block. We don't have to turn straight at the end. We're just a little bit and then turning as much as we can. This can be quite challenging, so give yourself some time on it. On the 5th rep, contracting all upper body musculature, so squeeze the book or the yoga block, contract your abs as well, and hold there for approximately 10 seconds and return. And of course, do the other side. We're only showing one side in this demonstration, and that brings to an end the spine routine.